Hello. During the Gorkha earthquake of 2015, I was a high school sophomore. On the day of the earthquake itself, I remember being worried about trying to finish up my homeworks on time and getting really angry about the one weekend system that we have in Nepal before the first major earthquake changed any semblance of routine for anyone living in the city itself. The world heard about the two major shocks registering above 7 Richter scale and the devastation it caused. But what they did not hear about are the 300 aftershocks that followed for the months after the original shaking. We had earthquakes everywhere. We had earthquakes at school, in the night, birthday parties, school trips. In my house personally, we slept on the room closest to the exit for the rest of the year. So earthquakes became, and they still are, a major part of the life in the capital of Nepal. This is why we're so happy to talk to you about our project Earthquake Early Warning in Kathmandu. My name is Sabhyata Jha. I am a senior studying data science.
And hello, everyone. My name is Roxana Haas. I'm a sophomore studying electrical computer engineering. And now Sabhyata will talk a little bit more about why we're studying Kathmandu specifically.
In addition to the aftermath of devastation that was caused by the Gorkha earthquake, the seismic risk and seismic hazard presented by the geographical location of the city and the state of infrastructure, all of them make a very good rationale to have an earthquake early warning system in Nepal. So different disasters have different warning times. For hurricanes, you get about 36 hours. For a tornado, you'd get probably about 30 minutes. For earthquakes, the best you can expect is about 5 to 30 seconds of warning. So early warning systems are the yellow traffic signals of disaster preparation. As we go about thinking about our actions during the red and green scenarios, having the privilege of the yellow light can make a world of difference when it comes to the crucial decision-making time. For example, we can design buildings with drop, cover, and hold-on zones. We can automate secure shutdown of critical infrastructure or put into emergency protocols in place. And that can make a world of difference and even save lives if this time comes. Because of this, our project intends to look at the initial weaker shakes of an earthquake and then predict the maximum shaking expected and send out alerts accordingly. I will let Roxana take over the larger project view.
Yes, so when I first applied to be a part of this project team, there were two key things that appealed to me the most. First and foremost was the international collaboration in this project. So throughout the year, we both and our entire team worked very closely with the Institute of Engineering in Kathmandu, Nepal. And throughout this year, we worked closely with them and being able to learn how to co-develop technology that will later be deployed outside of the United States was something really interesting that I got to learn, as well as my team. The second portion that really appealed to me in this project was the diversity and breadth of subjects and areas that this research covered. So as an engineer, not only was I able to learn a lot about the technical and hardware development of these early earthquake warning detection sensors, but I was also able to learn a lot about the culture of Nepal and the behavioral aspects and behavioral science of, again, developing technology somewhere outside of the United States. Here's a picture of our entire team in Nepal. I and some of my teammates were really fortunate to be able to visit Kathmandu this past spring break, and we met some of these people that we've been working with all year, which was really cool, and by the end of our trip, we became close friends. So, our team is divided into two smaller sub-teams. One is called the Internet of Things, which is where I work. It focuses on the hardware development, and then the more software side is the team that Sabhyata is a part of. So a brief overview of our detection sensors, hardware side. So we're using a triaxial system. So we have 3 geophones that measure ground movement. We send this voltage into a circuit, which we worked on this semester, to offset the signal and eventually send it to a converter, then a microcontroller, and all of that to end up storing in a little database where this signal can be accessed.
At the data science team, we are looking at machine learning models that can look at the initial couple of seconds of shaking and predict the maximum shaking expected at the site. We're now looking at Gaussian process regression and high order response surface modeling as our two algorithms. So finally, we'd like to leave you with this note that in order to prepare for a good response strategy, the information about the disaster itself can mean so much, so that we can prepare for individualized response protocols in each case and for each case and each scenarios. And I keep thinking about what it would have meant to have that 5 to 20 seconds of warning during the Gorkha earthquake itself. And the answer to that question is basically what motivates all of our team members to work towards implementing an earthquake early warning system in Nepal. Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Thank you.